Hey everybody, welcome to My Chamber TV. You know what? We bring you all the great businesses and all the great people of all the chambers of commerce. And today we're here with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. You know, when we're at Maple Lanes. I mean, look behind me. Who doesn't like bowling? I mean, even if you're not a good bowler, everybody likes bowling. It's drinking, it's a good time, whole 9 yards. You know, I'm here with Jason from Express Oil Change Tire and Tire Engineers. Now, when I first heard about you guys, it was just Express Oil Change and then the Tire Engineers, but you do more than just that. So let's talk about everything that you do, and then we'll tell everybody where you're at.
Not a problem. So what we are is we are a full auto repair facility. We do absolutely everything. But we also have a 10-minute drive-through service for your oil change where you stay in the car the entire time.
Okay.
So you're going to drive in the parking lot, we're going to guide you in, and my guys are going to take care of you. You're back out on the road in about 10 minutes.
Wow. So that's not even time for a cup of coffee.
Absolutely. So we get a lot of people on the lunch breaks, morning commutes,
right,
way home from work commutes. But then we do the full auto repair facility side of it too. So brakes, shocks and struts, tune-ups, engine diagnostics. We do all that. And we sell tires as well. And the cool part about the tires is we guarantee to be the lowest price. We can beat Sam's Club, Costco, Walmart, Amazon, Tire Rack. We can beat all the big names out there, tire for tire. I know there again, in the Upper Tampa Bay, we've had a lot of people put us to the test on that.
Right.
They're not shy about it by any stretch. And
I've already called 5 places. I know exactly what them tires cost.
Absolutely, I get it. And we're able to beat them every time. So in a nutshell, that's what we do.
I mean, so, okay, so see, I would have never known that by the name. I met the name, I'm like, okay, they change oil and change tires.
Yep.
Right, but you do full mechanical.
Full mechanical work, full diagnostics.
Underneath, inside.
Everything.
Do electrical?
We do electrical.
Oh.
We do air conditioning, so Florida.
Whoa.
When it's 100 degrees outside,
right,
AC work.
Okay, so, and you, any make, model?
Any make, any model, we don't stray away from anything.
Really?
If it can fit in the building, we're gonna work on it.
That is, okay, so I have an H2.
Yep.
Can you lift it?
Yep.
Oh, hey, that's awesome, because most people I go to yeah, we can't lift that.
No, H2s are easy. We can bring up to basically like an F450.
Wow.
We can bring all the way in. And then we have specialty equipment as well. So if you have an exotic or you have a lowered vehicle, we have an alignment rack that's flush mounted in the floor. So we can pick those cars up to work on them, do alignments on them as well. So we can accommodate everything.
Oh, so is it really a 10-minute? Do you ever get timed?
I do have people that come in and time us.
Wow.
It's generally a 10-minute oil change. I mean, some cars, H2, it takes a little longer because of the skid plate that's involved.
Yeah.
But even at that, even probably H2's got the worst skid plate out there, and we'll still have that car done probably within 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
So we're quicker than anybody out there.
Right. Every time I drive in for an oil change, they're like, leave it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's fine.
And the nice part about it too is the oil changes, it's no appointment, it's just drive up.
Yeah.
So if you need one on a Saturday afternoon, try getting to a mechanic shop on Saturday afternoon.
Nope, not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Nope. So, do you have multiple locations?
We do. So our first location was in Oldsmar,
right,
3931 Tampa Road.
Right.
That we built a little over a year and a half ago.
Okay.
See it there. And then we have another location in Tampa at 3861 West Waters Avenue, and that's actually on the corner of Dale Mabry and Waters Avenue. We share the parking lot with Wawa's, Burger King, and Tommy's Car Wash. That location's pretty unique because one of the fun things about that is we partnered with Tommy's. So every time you come in and get a service done by us,
right,
you're going to get a free Works car wash through Tommy's Car Wash.
I don't fit, but okay. Maybe the
H2 not so much,
yeah,
but you know.
But everybody else, that's awesome. And then while you're waiting for all this, you can go over and get some food at Wawa.
You can get some food.
Wawa's food is good.
Wawa's food's good. We do have a full coffee bar in our stores.
Oh, that's even better.
It's
Never
not
mind.
just the old school, hot pod that doesn't look like it's been cleaned in 10 years.
It's been sitting there for 2 hours and it's sludge.
We got a full Keurig coffee bar.
Yeah.
Multiple selections of everything, so you come in, make your own coffee, have a great time, hang out.
I'm just gonna hang out.
I like people coffee. That have done that.
As you can see, I'm not shy about when I leave.
I do like the Boba Fett cup, by the way.
Yeah, it saved Star Wars. I'm just saying. So let's talk about okay. So tires, right?
Yep.
So say I need a rotation.
Yep.
It's that time. with us, with my size, you know, my truck, I have to change. When I change the oil, I got to rotate the tire.
Yep.
So you guys can. That's just
Tire rotation is going to add about an extra 10 to 15 minutes to your service, and we knock it out as soon as we're done with the oil change. We'll have you get out of the vehicle. We'll escort you into the waiting area, which in our waiting area too, you're not going behind the brick wall. We have giant bay windows in there, so you can see the oil change side of the business, and you can see the entire service side of the business. So we're not hiding anything.
Right.
You are going to watch us work on your vehicle. You can see everything we do to it. So it's not the old adage of goes behind the brick wall and then some big ugly guy like me comes out and says you owe him $2,000.
It's fixed.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's just fixed. That is absolutely phenomenal. So if I need a diagnostics,
Yep.
come to you guys.
Come to us. Diagnostics, because they can take a little bit of time. You are more than happy to sit and wait with us while we do it, or you can drop the vehicle off and we can go over the entire diagnostics over the phone with you. We can send you pictures if there's pictures that need to be done. If you want us to hold parts for when you pick it up, you can see the old broken parts. We'll have those waiting for you.
See, I'm old school, so I tell everybody whenever I get work done, I say I want to see the old part.
Yep.
And they'll go, wow, because I want to make sure it was bad. Well, do you know what you're looking at?
Yep.
I do.
That's the one thing that we take pride in too, is just that. We take our customers out and we show them what's broken on their cars. So we're going to show them, we're going to educate them, and you may not know what a certain part does on a car, but most people know what broken looks like.
You betcha they do. Absolutely, absolutely. So when it comes to, how fast are your tire turnarounds? Like, 'cause you can't stock everything, right?
So my location in Oldsmar stocks just shy of 800 tires.
Okay, so you do stock everything.
So we stock everything that's common. If it's in stock in the building right then and there, we're going to have tires on your car and done in about an hour.
Wow.
And then an alignment's going to take about another half hour if the vehicle needs the alignment.
Wow, okay.
We'll check them all for free, show you the printout. You know, that's our big thing, is printout, proof, and educate.
Right.
You know, we want you to see everything. But my other location, that store stocks another 600 tires. And then I have a warehouse in Tampa that supplies me all my tires. So even if I had to order them, it's only going to add about 30 minutes because we're going to dismantle your vehicle and take the tires off while we're waiting for the new ones to come.
So when those tires show up, it's boom, boom,
It's boom, they're right on the car.
Done.
So yeah.
That is so how long did you, what got you into this world?
So I grew up building cars with my dad.
Okay.
You know, I grew up in a family, didn't have a ton of money. So auto repair was a necessity.
Right.
It wasn't, it didn't necessarily start out as a hobby. And it just grew from there. My dad's always had a passion for cars. My grandpa always had a passion. He owned body shops back in, my parents and my family's all from New Orleans. I proudly am born and raised in Tampa though.
Attaboy.
One of the few.
There you go.
So it just kind of grew up doing it.
Okay.
And then really what got me in it professionally was when I was graduating from USF and I had to go take my internship. And my previous employer was the only one because I had a marketing degree, so I had a coloring degree. It was the only people offering a paid internship.
Right.
So I hopped in and realized that there was a lot of opportunity in the auto repair world.
Right.
So and I just built my career from there.
I've always said that if you're an honest mechanic, you're a good mechanic, and you just don't stick it to every single customer that walks in through there like it's your last payday ever, you will never, ever, ever be without work.
No,
never.
That's the thing. Being in auto repair is easy. Just be honest. Honest and upfront.
Yep.
We don't drive your car. We didn't break your car.
Right.
And you brought it to me willingly to get you a quote and an estimate on how to fix it. So to me, it's simple.
So will you guys go as far as an engine rebuild?
We've done them before. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So in fact, we actually just got done doing we did the top half of an engine for a early 70s right-hand drive vintage Mini Cooper.
No way. That's a cool little car. Actually.
Oh, yeah, cool car. My background, my passion is vintage British and European cars, and then like 70s and 80s exotics. So that's what my passion is. So working on those cars is a lot of fun.
So if I'm which location are you at the most?
I bounce back and forth.
Right?
Yeah, so I go where I'm needed, whether it's for running businesses and that type of stuff, or if one of my stores has a specialty vehicle come in.
Right.
Our Tampa location does a lot of exotic cars, so they call
Good
me
place
over
for
there,
it.
Yep, they call me over there to do help on those vehicles.
Okay.
Or if we have a lot of vintage cars out in Oldsmar. Oldsmar area's got a lot of vintage Oldsmobiles, of course.
Yes, they do.
They got a lot of vintage British cars and a lot of vintage VWs.
Right.
In fact, we're getting ready when I leave. Later this week, we're putting an engine in a '73 Volkswagen Thing.
A thing. I love those. I don't care. Those are my wife says I like the ugliest cars ever.
It is absolutely the ugliest car.
But I love it.
Oh, they're cool.
I love that thing. So let me ask you this: employees.
Yep.
Good people. You hired quality, solid, been in the years. I mean, I know you got to give the new guys a start somewhere. But
yeah. So for us, we've had very little turnover, and that goes into our hiring process, how we select people. For my mechanic side, we're really looking for mechanics that get it and understand a team mentality, which is kind of hard in mechanics world some days. And then for our oil change guys, we're looking for customer service. So we hire servers, bartenders, and then we teach them the automotive side of it.
Right.
Because on the oil change side, it's an easy trade to learn from that point of view. But I need somebody that can really interact with the customer.
Okay.
You know, and that's what I tell our guys. One of our big things, we have two main people we look at when we look at the customer experience. We look at Walt Disney and we look at P.T. Barnum.
Yes.
The two greatest showmen in the world.
Yep, there you go.
And I tell my oil change guys, we are the street sweepers at Disney World. We do the job that most people don't want to do. But when that guy goes to pick up a piece of trash, he breaks out in song and dance, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what our oil change should be. We should have the bantering and the fun and the conversation back and forth. That way our customers are seeing that we really do enjoy what we do.
Right.
And we want them to enjoy the experience as well.
Are you, okay, I don't know about COVID, how it affected you. Are you looking for people now? Because I know everybody.
We are
that I talk
hiring now.
to, yeah.
I can say we were proud to say that we didn't get rid of any staff during
Attaboy.
COVID.
Good for
we
you,
were able
baby.
to keep everybody employed at full hours. But yes, I do have current positions open. We're growing. And I'm hiring because we're growing. COVID was the cool part. There's nothing cool about COVID, but for my business, because of the stay in the car oil change, we could do your oil change completely with no contact.
That's awesome. That means, getting out of the car.
Getting out of the cars. Our card readers are all wireless.
Right.
So we can hold the back end while they put their card in and touch the numbers.
Right.
We sanitize it right in front of them. That way they can see it. I've had people that wouldn't roll their windows down for us, so they call us on the phone. And we do it all over the phone.
Yeah.
And so we can accommodate anybody's needs, wants, or wishes.
So once again, tell everybody where you're at.
We're at 3931 Tampa Road in Oldsmar. And we're at...
The corner of...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Waters.
The corner of... Yeah, the corners. The corner of Tampa Road and Commerce.
Yep.
And 3861 West Waters Avenue in Tampa on the corner of Dale Mabry and Waters Avenue.
All right, so look, you need an oil change? That's your man. You need tires? That's your man. You need your car not running so well? I'm going to talk to him once the cameras are off. So I know potentially where I'm going to go next. So, hey, look, if you need him, give him a call. He'll take good care of you. Stick around. We've got more people coming up, great businesses, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. I'm sorry, I don't mean to giggle, but really, you just never know what you're going to see here. And this is Barbara Marville Kelly, and I happen to have Daniel Glenn from Aligator and Wildlife Discovery Center. I never know what I'm expected to see, greet, or meet here, but
Always an adventure.
This is an absolutely beautiful creature.
Yeah, so this is Journey. He is a 2-year-old American alligator. But he's an albino. So because of this pigmentation, there's less than 100 of these guys in the world.
Wow.
So yeah, usually when they're born out in the wild, just they don't have that traditional camouflage.
Sure.
So they get picked off pretty quickly. Or unfortunately, with how pale their skin is, they get a lot of issues with like exposure or things like that, where they'll get sunburned or sunstroke and not make it.
That, I'll tell you, I've never seen one. I mean, 100 in the entire world?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, you were starting to tell me before the show about what happens, how they're gathered and brought together.
Well, so we have an exotic pet rescue down in Johns Pass in Madeira Beach. So we have a variety of different animals, everything from the alligators and crocs and caimans to all kinds of different reptile species, mammals. We just got rescued a baby sloth a couple of weeks ago. And we even have a couple of aquarium rooms with all kinds of fresh and saltwater marine life. With the alligators, so we have two types of alligators. So Journey here, he's a special exhibit. Kind of we're partnering with other facilities throughout the state. And so occasionally we'll switch animals back and forth so that people can see some of these rare animals and come out and check them out themselves. Now, the regular alligators that we get, we have about 45 of those at our facility, but they actually, none of them are wild caught. They're actually rescues from skin farms. So we go out about once every year or two, and our owners will actually purchase some of the runts that aren't growing quick enough to be harvested for their skin or the meat or the head that you see in a gift shop. So we go out and before those animals get destroyed, we go out and buy as many of them as we can and bring them back to our facility so they've got a second chance. So.
Well, that's a good thing, but I just can't get over this little guy here. So he's going to get full size, right?
Yeah,
a regular gator.
He's going to get somewhere in the 10 to 12 foot range, and then they actually grow their entire lifespan, so they never stop growing, so they can get as big as 15 feet. So when you see one of those like on YouTube or TikTok or on the evening news or whatever, those are 40 and 50-year-old alligators in those situations.
Wow. And how old is this guy?
He's a little over 2 years old.
Really?
Yep.
And he's only that big?
Yeah, they grow anywhere from about 3 inches to 12 inches a year, so the average is about 6 inches every year for him.
No kidding. He looks so harmless, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think what they do, when we first pick them up, the size difference, they're like, okay, what's this giant predator going to do to me?
Yeah.
But after they realize we're not going to hurt them, they usually calm down and kind of resign themselves to, okay, I'll let you hold me for a couple of hours. So.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've actually only been doing it a year and a half. So I'm in marketing. So I worked for almost 20 years in the resort and hotel industry, doing things like corporate alliances and event marketing, going out to big places like the Texas State Fair and pro sports venues, things like that. And then a couple years ago, just decided I'd had enough after 10 different states in 20 years. I was tired of moving, so decided to hang it up. And a couple months later, just happened across one of the owners of our facility, and she offered me a job on the spot, and been there ever since.
How about that? You having more fun now?
Oh, absolutely.
I bet.
Yeah, you have a bad day at work, and I can just go grab a baby lemur or something like that, find something fuzzy, and hang out with them for half an hour.
I couldn't think of a better job than doing that, really. It's so exciting. Let's see, I don't want to miss out anything. I definitely want to bring my grandson down there. He's only 7, and he's really into gators and reptiles and anything scary. He loves anything scary.
And it's a little different than your traditional zoo or aquarium experience. So it's not where you're going in and, okay, read this plaque and then move on to the next enclosure.
Right.
So our owners actually have staff in almost every room. So they're actually telling you about the animals. They're getting some of them out so you can interact. Because we want to socialize with these animals. They were all pet rescues in most cases.
cases or surrenders. So we want to make sure that they're actually still getting that attention that they need, because it wasn't their fault it happened to them.
Sure.
That they ended up with us. So.
There's a lot of compassion going on with people like yourself that's working in this particular industry, and you just happened, it was meant to be.
Yeah, no, I mean, I said I was either going to do something like in sports or music or working with animals when I came back to work, and this just really literally fell in my lap like a couple of weeks later. So.
Now, is this Discovery Center a really large facility?
Yeah, we're actually 10,000 square feet in Johns Pass, so we actually take up about 10 different storefronts in their shop area. In fact, we're growing so much. I mean, in the last year with the pandemic, we actually went up over 100 animals in a year, so we're actually in the process of starting to look for a second location.
Wow.
Just because there's so much demand for animals coming to us.
Yeah, exactly. And not to mention, it's so nice to bring your families to let them learn about the animal kingdom. I mean,
absolutely.
It's not just National Geographic. To be in there and, you know, obviously with safety and be able to engage and visit with these guys, that's an event that your kids will never forget.
Well, and the other side of it too is also, so we're really committed to education. So we do a lot of traditional field trips, but we're also, because these guys are pet rescues, we're actually licensed and insured to come out to you too. So for example, if you don't want to, you know, from a pandemic standpoint or a COVID standpoint, if you don't want to be in the crowds and deal with it, or you want to do a birthday party or an event, you know, if you're a Florida Gator and you want a gator for your watch party this fall, we can actually bring some of these animals out to you.
Wow, I like that a lot. That sounds like fun. I just want to do something with it, but I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you can hold him if you want to.
Really?
Feeling up to it? Yeah, how often do you get to hold a dinosaur?
Oh.
So these guys.
Okay,
so
tell me how to
nice
do
tight
it.
grip on his tail there.
Tight?
That is still muscle.
Oh.
And then we're just going to let him sit on that hand. Perfect. There you go. All right, I'm going to go take a break. I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
No, that's okay. We're good. Oh, he's really soft and squishy.
Yeah. I mean, they get so that back's like a solar panel, basically. That's when they're sunning themselves. They soak the sunlight up.
Yeah.
And then their blood vessels actually pass through those little plates, and it transfers the blood through their body and warms them up, being cold-blooded. And then the bottom, I mean, I'll cover his ears here, but that's where you get that leathery feel. So.
Oh, he's closed his eyes.
Yeah. Oh, they actually at this size now. Bigger ones will look at me like,
Am I
"What are you
rocking him
doing?"
to sleep?
No. But these guys at this size, they'll still take a little head scratch. They
Really?
like it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. And they actually, if he does it, they actually have 2 sets of eyelids. I really don't know if I'm actually doing anything or if I'm just repeatedly poking him in the brain. But what they do is, if he opens back up here, they actually have 2 sets of eyelids. So he's actually got built-in swim goggles. So I think we did put him to sleep, but if he opens his eyes up, they have a second one that goes across. It's called a nictitating membrane, and it actually just functions as a built-in swim goggle. So when they're down in that dirty swamp water or brackish water,
Wow.
it protects their eyes, but they can still see.
Wow.
So.
Isn't Mother Nature amazing?
Yeah, 200 million years of evolution, so pretty much unchanged other than they've just gotten smaller.
How many years?
200 million. So they actually predate dinosaurs. So,
wow.
And the only thing that's really happened is they've gotten smaller. So back in prehistoric times, they would have been about 40 to 50 feet. So, I mean, probably about the length of the building we're in here.
Wow. I am really impressed. What do you think? Tell everybody where we can come visit you.
Yeah, so we're located in Johns Pass and Madeira Beach. We're up on the 2nd floor, directly across from the VFW. Open 7 days a week to the public.
Really,
so,
7?
Yeah,
really?
7 days. So
cool.
10 to 7 Monday through Saturday, and then 12 to 6 on Sunday. It's $12 for adults, $10 for kids, and $10 for seniors, $8 for kids. So we want it to be affordable when you come. I mean, for less than you're going to pay for parking at Disney, you can actually come and the whole family can come and see some of these amazing animals.
I was just going to say, now his mouth is not opening because it's taped safely,
Yep.
shut right with what did you say?
Oh, we use vet gauze because we don't want it to stick to his
Yeah,
face. Also,
yeah.
with the alligators, we don't want them to get overstressed or stimulated.
Sure.
So little guys like Journey here, they'll only work 1 day a month, and then he goes back to the facility. He's going to get that gauze off, and then he gets to spend the rest of the month in a pool and have all the turkey hot dogs he can eat.
Oh, really? Is that what he eats?
Turkey hot dogs, chicken organs, a little bit of fish, and then they have like a dry crock chow. Like before I got into this, who knew? I thought like Purina just made dog and cat chow, but apparently there's sloth chow and gator chow, and they've got the whole chow market covered.
Well,
So-
we have to close this, so I'm
All
going
right,
to
I will
give
take him
Journey
back.
back to you. Thank you.
See you later, guys.
How about that? Oh, he is precious, really. I want to thank you for coming on the show
Oh,
today.
thanks for having us. It's
and you, now,
fantastic.
how long have you been with the chamber then?
About 3 months now.
Oh,
so we
so-
started
so-
May. Yeah, so
okay.
they've just done a great job with.
Oh, I can only imagine.
inviting us in and-
you guys
and-
are stars over there now, I'm sure.
No, we do our best. So.
Well, I want to thank you very much. Thank you, Journey, for putting up with me. Yes, look at those little fangs out front.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's so cute. Well, you need to check these guys out. It is the Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center, and it's on Madeira Beach. 10,000 square feet. Wow, that's a lot. I want to thank you, my friend.
No, thank you so much for having
Thank
us out
you,
today.
Journey, and we'll see you soon. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and you know what? We've got Megan from Maple Lanes. So I came here back in the day when I was bowling, right? So I love this place, but you have really taken this to a whole nother level of bowling. And let's talk about everything you offer here.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, this has become more than just bowling, more than just a spectator sport. This is a full family experience.
Right.
So we have everything from bowling, most important, obviously. Then we have our arcade, full sports bar. So it's just really a full family experience.
The arcade is huge.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
Huge. You know, you go to some places and it's like they got like 8, 9 games, if that, right?
Right.
This is, I mean, it just goes on and on. There's just on that one row right there's probably 15, 20 games.
Yeah, and it has all of your staples, you know. You're going to have your basketball, and you're going to have your skee ball, and the clown ball, and, I mean, you name it, we have your staples, really.
And there's, I think there's pinball in there, and there's a pool table. I think the pool table. And so, I mean, that's, to me, I like bowling, but I like going into the arcade. Let's talk about the lounge real quick. The lounge is full bar.
Full bar, full service. We have the NFL package. We're very sports oriented. It's a sports bar at the end of the day. We just installed 6 brand new 70-inch TVs, projection screens,
Oh
always
my.
showing the games.
Always. That's all.
Yep.
Okay, now let's talk about, you have a pro shop.
We have a pro shop.
A real pro shop.
Pro
It's
shop.
not just something that's got few little things in it. It's an actual pro shop.
Listen, we put out pro bowlers. We've got to have a pro shop. Yep. So we work with Bowler Smart here. So at any point when you want to step up your bowling game, we've got the pro shop here to be able to get you all your supplies.
So what time do you guys open this location?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Boy, don't come in hungover, because it
Or
would-
do. And
or
we
do-
serve great Bloody Marys and mimosas.
Okay, well, see,
Hangover cures, hair of the dog.
So the lounge is open that early in the morning?
Yep, we serve all the time. So we're all cross-trained here. It's part of being a family business. So
got it.
our front desk knows how to pour drinks. Our cooks know how to pour drinks.
And cooks.
Our front desk know how to cook.
So
And
you do have I love the French fries.
yes,
That's my favorite part of if your bowling alley does not have good French fries, it's not a good bowling alley. And I know the French fries here are Awesome.
Yep, regular fries, curly fries,
But a
tater
full
tots,
menu, right?
full menu. And on top of that, we do catering as well. So we host a lot of corporate events,
okay.
fundraisers, holiday parties, and so we have a catering menu that suits that.
So you really are just a full service location. You can take care of
Absolutely.
everything. So how many lanes do you have?
40 lanes.
40 lanes. So kind of hard not to be able to come get a lane and
40 lanes of fun.
that. Right. Okay. So let's talk about you have probably a ton of leagues.
Tons of leagues. Monday through Thursday, we're pretty much full house with leagues. We really cater to our professional bowlers, our leagues, Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all open play. And typically the rule is when it rains, you bowl. So when it rains,
Bowl.
we're 40 lanes during rainy season.
Wow. Now let me ask you. I'm going to get this question out of the way because everybody always wants to know how did COVID. How did that happen? You survived, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, huge impact. At the end of the day, we're a small family business, and it took a huge impact on us, not only here, but also in New York. Fortunately, being here in Florida, we were able to open sooner
Right.
than our locations in New York.
Right.
But I mean, majority of our staff returned when we were able to have them return, when it was safe for them to return. And now we're pretty much back full swing of things, especially
swing.
now that, the vaccine's out and people are feeling a lot more comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are the hours?
So 9 a.m. We open every single day, 9 a.m. On the weekends, we'll stay open till 2 a.m. Every other day is going to be 1 a.m. So every night of the week, we do an all-you-can-bowl program. So during the week, that's going to be 9 p.m. till 1 a.m. Really inexpensive, $11 all-you-can-bowl for that time. And then the weekend, we bring in a DJ with cosmic lights, really amping up the fun, and that's till 2 a.m.
Oh, that's okay. So anything any big events coming up that you want to tell everybody at home?
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of community work, community involvement. We work with Brightening Veterans' Lives, the BVL.
Yes.
So we host a tournament every year. Those dates will be posted on our website, also our Facebook. We always keep everybody super, super involved when that's coming up. And then, I mean, other than that, we are coming upon holiday season, so we're doing a lot of our business parties and Christmas parties, and so book now. Spots are already starting to fill up.
Right.
We're always hosting birthday parties. So, I mean, as far as events, we've always got something going on. NFL season just kicked off,
Yeah.
so the sports bar is full.
Hockey season's getting ready to start.
Exactly. We're all Tampa Bay. We're
Tampa
all
Bay.
super, super excited.
Right.
Sports bar at the end of the day, so you got to be pumped about
Right.
being
Let's circle back to is it BVL, right?
BVL, Brightening
So let's talk
Veterans'
about
Lives.
that and how your involvement is with that.
So, John Lespina, the owner, it's kind of his passion project to work with veterans, not only veterans, but active duty as well. So we host a tournament every year raising funds for veterans.
Okay. And is it just the one big tournament, or do you have stuff throughout the year for it?
So we always raise funds throughout the year, and then we host this tournament not just here in-house here at Maple Lanes Countryside, but also in our other locations as well.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, if I have a nonprofit and I want to do a fundraiser, good place to do it, right?
Absolutely.
So do I give you a call and go, okay, Megan, this is what I've got, this is what I want to do, and you help them through the process, or do they have to come prepared knowing exactly what they need to do?
Nope, we help facilitate every step along the way. So really we want to know what your charity is about, how we're able to help you raise funds for your events, whether it's a small event for a child with leukemia to raising funds for whatever nonprofit organization. What we're going to do is we're going to collect the details for you and really kind of design what best way we can help you raise funds, from sponsoring lanes, from what you charge at the door. We charge you less of a price, so you have the extra funds that go there.
Right.
We actually group in our arcade with that as well. So say $5 of arcade play, and you're generating $10 for your nonprofit organization.
Wow,
So
that's good. I mean, that's not good. That's great.
that's great.
That is absolutely phenomenal. So, I mean, have you ever had a group come in and just take over the whole lanes?
We have, plenty of tournaments that will do that, fundraisers that do that. We have Ready for Life coming in at the end of the month here. They're taking up 20 lanes, which we're, super, super excited about. So
That is phenomenal. Now, so if I want to join a league, let's get back into the league side. If I
Yeah.
want to join a league or if I want to start a league, is that something that's still possible?
absolutely. So this is a lifelong sport. We like to say 8 to 80. So you can join a league for any age. We
Right.
do our Club 300, which is a youth league. That is a join anytime, which is fantastic. They actually are bowling for scholarship money.
Nice.
So we just had our first tournament last weekend for that as
Okay.
well. A lot of these leagues are join anytime. We're always filling spots. Monday through Thursday, we've got all women's leagues, we've got mixed leagues, we have competitive leagues, we have fun leagues, we have drinking leagues. So
Oh,
really,
drinking leagues. I'm in.
right?
Sign me up. I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So now I also noticed that you can actually advertise here. If you have
Absolutely.
a business, there's opportunities here.
Absolutely. So we're always looking for sponsors for our leagues, or just a way for you to to advertise your own business. So we do have a sponsor package as low as, I want to say, $100 for advertising, upward to $5,000, depending on what you want to do
What
and
you
how
wanna
you want
do.
to advertise your business.
So I mean, just for the people at home, on an average week, how many people do you think come in here?
Oh goodness.
Thousands.
I would say
Easily
easily
thousands.
more than thousands.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
you got 40 lanes and 4 persons per lane.
Yeah, even our Monday night's a 5-man team. So not only do you
wow.
have up to 5-man teams, you also have spectators. Not to mention, we also have our full sports bar
Right.
that's going on. So we aren't just drawing in people from the bowling side, but we're drawing in from the arcade. We're also drawing
Right.
in from that sports bar
Do you
as
find
well.
a lot of adults in the arcade?
More than not.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's big kids like me and go, when it's not my turn, I'm going to go play pinball or I'm going to go play
Exactly.
Galaga
It's
or whatever's
almost
in
just
there.
like the kids where, maybe they'll bowl one game depending on what their attention span's
Right.
at, and then they're in there shooting hoops. And the adults, I noticed, are, let me go break the high record for everything.
That's me.
Yeah.
I tried, at least. So tell everybody where you're located.
So we are located in Clearwater, next to the actually Countryside Mall.
Okay.
Yep,
And
right off of US 19. Very accessible, very easy to get to.
You're on the east side of 19, correct?
Correct.
On the north side. I guess it would be going
East side, heading north from St. Pete, south
yeah, I
from
know, it's
Newport
kinda weird.
Richie.
'Cause you're on the east side of
You're right.
19. It's a great location, and I think we've shown the website a couple of times. And what's the phone number for the location?
727-796-8100.
See, okay, so is there anything else that we missed? I mean, look at this is what you could win in the arcade.
Yeah, I mean, nostalgic staples,
Oh, don't get those near me. I can't ever get my fingers out. Nope. Well, I would do that. I'd be yours for the rest of your life. And be like, okay, I can't go nowhere.
Yeah, we have a great redemption center. We have a lot of people. I mean, we have a lot of regulars. You have the same, our fall season's 36 weeks long.
Wow.
So you have a lot of the same kids, a lot of the same adults racking up points. We have high item prices from big screen TVs to I think we've got the PS5 in there right now.
Oh, you are the bomb now.
Wii's, what's the Mario Kart one?
Oh,
the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch.
Yeah. So
yeah.
and we have a lot of high ticket prizes in here as well.
Okay, so you play and you get tickets, and
Absolutely.
you just keep the tickets until it's time to redeem.
Absolutely.
That makes it easier.
Yeah.
That's better
Yeah.
than. I'm not going to name that other place. That's better than the other place
Yep.
because other there's just junk. But you get the little unicorn. That's a Deadpool thing. So just saying. All right, so one more time, you're located in Countryside,
Yes.
right? And right down from the mall. So you go do your shop and then come over here and spend some time and eat, drink, bowl, play.
Yep.
Have
Headed to the beach or the causeway, and it happens to rain. Head right over to the bowling
What
alley.
happens when it rains?
You bowl.
There you go. So, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. You know, stay tuned. We got Doug coming up from the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. He's going to tell you about what's going on in good old Oldsmar and the actually Upper Tampa Bay area. So go grab some coffee, grab a drink, whatever. We don't, you know, whatever you want. And we'll see you guys right after these messages. All right, we're back, everybody. Hey, you know what? This has been fun, right?
This is
Good people, good thing. I mean, they've even got the lane set up over. You got the kitty things and everything, bumpers. You're good, bro.
Are the bumpers for you?
No, I can bowl.
Oh, yeah, right.
We just heard a challenge. We just heard, you threw the
Gauntlet
bowling
down?
gauntlet down, right?
I threw the 18-pound ball down.
Yeah.
Isn't this cool, though? Maple Lanes. I used to bowl in a league here way back in the day, and they've really taken it over. It's a family operation.
Super family friendly.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
was absolutely. I know. I think. Well, I don't know what it used. I think it used to be a bar here, and it's down there.
A friend of mine said it used to be a bar.
So there's a lounge. There's a pro shop, and they got food.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's.
That arcade's, you can't see it, but the arcade's right there.
Yeah.
Amazing games in
And
there.
it talks to us.
I
Every
know.
now and then, this one creepy little thing says, "Hey, fellas, come play with
Yeah,
me."
man.
And I'm like, "Oh my hey."
Yeah.
So hey, what's going on at the chamber?
We got a lot of stuff going on at the chamber. We're actually heading into our busy season, and we've started Second Fridays.
Right.
That coincidentally happen on the second Friday. Believe it or not, people actually ask.
Isn't that awesome? When the second Friday shows up, it's the second
Second
Friday.
Friday,
People
yeah.
show up for the second Friday.
So Safety Harbor does it, Tarpon does it, you know, they all have it, and so our downtown's a little bit different. So we've started it. We just did our second, technically our third, but the second got rained out.
Yeah.
And we have about 70 vendors. Jason Nastasi, who you talked to, puts on our car show. And this past Second Friday, we had 140 Jeeps show up to the
That's
car
amazing.
show. It was incredible.
You know what Jeep stands for, right? Just empty every pocket.
Oh,
That's my son.
Well,
He knows, man. It's like
we were talking about this with the 130 Jeeps. It was probably $6 million worth of vehicles right there on Tampa Road.
Man.
Yeah, so it was really cool. That's something that sets us apart from some of the other Fridays that are out there.
Right.
Safety Harbor's starting to become a music Second Friday. You got Tarpon and Dunedin and all that, but we're looking forward to building that. So in October we'll have Second Friday. Also in October we'll have Oktoberfest, which is probably the largest Oktoberfest in the Tampa Bay area.
Is that going to be at the Tampa Bay Downs?
Tampa Bay Downs. We used to do it in Oldsmar, right there
Yes,
on the
I
water,
remember.
but it just outgrew it. You know, it's a neighborhood down there, and it outgrew it. You know, the tent holds 900 people. We have a carnival, all kinds of vendors, and typically we have car shows there as well. So
I love the Oompa bands.
Yeah, the Oompa band.
Oompa bands.
Yeah. I don't know any of it, and I don't know if they played the same. Maybe they could play the same song all weekend, and I'm not sure I would
You probably
know.
don't know.
Yeah, so
That was a great song. We
Yeah,
played it
we
12
played-
times.
Yeah. For me, you could put in a CD, and that would be,
Yeah,
it would
right,
be
right.
good. Or
But,
so
but you know, the Lederhosen and
You know,
it's
yeah.
great. It's a great time,
the
bro.
German beer. So
Yeah,
we normally go through about 150 kegs of beer.
Yes.
So,
Yes, you do.
And this time we're going to have Dunedin Brewery and Big Storm Brewery as the providers of the German local beer. So,
Wow.
and we have a cool trophy that we're going to give to the winner of the People's Choice for the Dunedin Brewery and Big
So
Storm.
is it going? So you're going to have local German as well as?
We're not going to be doing any of the like Warsteiner or all that. These
Oh.
guys make their own.
Oh no, yeah, it's good.
We're like, why not support
Right.
local? So we're really looking forward to it. And so again, that's at Tampa Bay Downs. I think it's 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'm back. I'm back in
we'll
the
get you
country for
tickets
that.
and all that.
Yeah.
So, and then in November, the weekend before Thanksgiving, we have taken over from the city Celebrate Oldsmar. That used to be in the summer.
Really?
So we're taking that over, and so that'll be the weekend before Thanksgiving. And the Saturday night show will have probably one of the best fireworks displays in the Tampa Bay area. So
Now where's that going to be at?
right at Ari Olds Park down there.
Oh, okay.
So that's very cool. Kind of a quick funny story. A couple of years ago, you know how the fireworks start out? They kind of start 1, 2, 3, and then they build up and they go
Yes.
back down. Then they build up and then they hit the finale at the end. So a couple of years ago, it was automated. They do it through a computer application.
Right.
So it's automated, and all of a sudden, we're getting ready. 3, 2, 1, go! And all of a sudden, it just went just like crazy. And I'm like, if this is how it starts, how is it going
Can't
to
wait
end?
to end it.
Well,
And poof.
they loaded the software backwards, and it shot the whole thing back.
How is that possible?
I don't know how it's possible, but it was. They loaded it, so it ended with. Pew, 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 and the guy goes, it ran this program backwards. So
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, that was hysterical.
Well,
And,
you know, there's all those people that tried to leave and they're like, I'm beat the crowd.
Yeah.
So I got the
Let's
finale
catch 'em with the
first, so
finale
they didn't beat
first.
the crowd,
Yeah.
right? It works, right?
that's like having the Rolling Stones as your opening act.
Yeah, exactly. And now we have somebody. We have Doug.
Yeah. So
That is no. So it's in November instead of the summertime, which is actually really nice.
yeah, we had it in July, and then Safety Harbor was doing it in July. Rains in the summer, so we moved it to Labor Day. Labor Day it rains,
Oh,
so
yeah.
this should really be good. It'll be cooler out. It's kind of that point right before we kick off Thanksgiving and
Yeah.
Christmas, and we're going to have a parade again and
Okay.
do all that. So, looking fun. Of course, we'll have second Friday in November as well. So it'll be good.
November and October are it's party months for you guys.
So, if anybody doesn't know about our chamber, we like to party. So
And it's a good. And you were also. So you also. I get a monthly thing from about business development, right?
Right. Mhm.
That's always really good information for you guys.
yeah, we're probably one of the most active chambers around, and we're getting ready to have a meeting with Pinellas County Economic Development to see how we can help businesses and and things like that. So we're really trying to help our business community, especially coming out of the COVID and
Right.
Our restaurant community and all that. So and then we have nonprofits. We have 43 nonprofits.
You do
that
have a lot.
that we're probably unique in that way.
Yep.
And we try and help them. Basically what happens is they come out and volunteer for our events, and they get credit towards their membership. So,
Right.
because we know they're on a shoestring budget,
Right,
most
right.
of them. So, but we have one nonprofit. We have two that are really kind of part of the chamber, and I know they've been on your show before, the
Right.
Education Foundation. Which is great. We help a ton of schools out in the area. We give away scholarships to kids, and so that's really near and dear to the chamber's heart and the board of directors and things. But another one that we have, and it's been going for about 11 years. It started out as the Holiday Sharing Fund, and what we would do is we would buy bikes for the less fortunate in Oldsmar and the less fortunate in Safety Harbor.
Right.
It amounted to about 75 bikes a year, roughly, for the kids. And we would do that through the Rotary, and we would do it through Maddie Williams and Safety Harbor and help the families. The downside of that is we never got to see the reactions of the kids when we
Right.
give them, because we would just give them to the organization, and they would give them to the kids. So last year we reached out to Mike Sutton of Habitat for Humanity.
Right.
Great guy, great organization, and decided that we wanted to do something all year long. Of course, we've helped when somebody gets a bike stolen.
Right.
But when they show that on TV,
Yeah.
everybody wants to help. It's kind of like the ugly
Yeah.
dog that nobody would adopt until you
Right.
put it on TV,
Now
and
everybody
then
wants it.
everybody wants it.
Right.
So
That's how I got married.
That's yeah. That's
just
what,
kidding.
maybe that's what I should do. That's
See?
right. Yeah, yeah. So
Right there, ladies, right there.
Yeah.
That's what you can have,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. So so we teamed up with Habitat for Humanity, and now we've started an offshoot of that. It's kind of a subsidiary that's Kids Pedal Power. And what we
okay.
do is every time that there is a, there you go. Every time that there is a home dedication, not all home dedications have kids, but every time there's a home dedication, and let me just say this, they are not getting these homes for free. That was my misunderstanding of it.
They have to apply, they have to learn, and they have to pay the mortgage.
And they have to pay a mortgage. It's a zero interest mortgage, but most often it's way less than what they were paying for rent and things like that. So what we do as Kids Pedal Power is whenever there are kids involved, up to about 14 or 15 years old, we provide brand new bikes for the kids at Habitat for Humanity. Sometimes it's one bike. We've taken 5 bikes before to a dedication, and we just did one this week, and before Mike is precise. If he says he's starting at 9 o'clock,
It's 9 o'clock. Yeah.
And so
there's no messing around.
I take the bike up there, and the little boy, King was his name, the little boy sees the bike, and his eyes just get big as saucers. And he just completely destroys the whole dedication because he's riding the bike all over. He's out in the street. We're trying to reel him back in. But,
Good luck with that.
Interestingly, most of the kids have never really had a bike or never had a new bike. So to see the reaction, one of the first ones we did, Martine Grammatica was at, because they provide building supplies for a lot of these.
Yes, they do.
And Joe Elmer from the chamber was there, and he gave the, I think his name was Aspen was the boy's name. And Joe's like 6'5", and so they give him the bike, and the kid just look, it gives me cold chills.
Yeah.
The kid just comes up and hugs his legs and says thank you, and
Right.
so that's what really
Yep.
touches you. So we do a lot of fundraising through the chamber.
Well, I tell you what, I love that. And if anybody knows about We Beam TV and all of our shows, we're all about the kids.
Yeah.
So here's my pledge to your chamber is my chamber TV. If you need a bike for a kid or 2 bikes, you call me.
Okay.
We will take care of the bikes as well.
Yeah.
We'll help that because that
awesome.
is a great cause.
I mean, if you ever want to come to an event and maybe shoot some footage
Yeah,
of it, and we
absolutely.
could put something together,
Yeah.
and even put it together with Mike, kind of make it a.
Yeah, I know
Mike
Mr. Sutton. Yeah.
Mike, put it together with him and Kids Pedal Power, and really show what these programs are all about. And
Yep.
and not only us, but it's the sheriff's department. They bring something. It's Feeding America. I mean, everybody comes
helps.
together.
It's a great thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and one of the most powerful pictures, I know we don't have it, is they give them a Bible because they're a religious-based
Yes.
organization. But then everybody goes up to the house before we give them the
prays
keys.
to the house.
And
Yeah.
I took a picture, and it giving me the cold chills. But I was standing right at the corner, and everybody was lined up down the side of the house with their hand on the house,
Yeah.
and it just. No matter what your religion, or even if you don't have a religion,
Yep.
just the power of people wishing good wishes to your home and
Yep.
your family and your, it just, that was a powerful picture.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely. I can
it's
see
great.
that.
Yeah, it's great. And I'm amazed at, I don't know what you were doing. I actually bought my first house when I was about 20, but I was also eating dirt probably, and playing in creeks, and so many of these kids, not kids, they are, but they might have 1 or 2 kids. They're 20 years old. They're putting themselves through college.
Right.
They've done the sweat equity, 300-400 hours sweat equity for the home.
Yep.
And sometimes it's on their home, sometimes it's on other people's homes. So it just, and the families are so good, the support groups are so good.
Yep.
It just is. I'm glad we teamed up with them.
I love Habitat. I mean, I've worked with them before Scott. I worked with the other director, Pasco.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they would come, hey, we need, you got it. I'm on my way. We'll take care of you because it's just a great program.
Yeah, and they just actually merged, so it's Habitat for Humanity, Pinellas West Pasco.
Correct.
We just did their 700th home. They're on track to do, I think, 65 homes this year alone. They've got a couple communities. I'm heading down to one right now in Pinellas Park where they're going to build 75 homes. Great partnerships with the cities and the county, and so. But Kids Pedal Power and Holiday Sharing Fund we're so blessed to be part of that.
Dude. I'm
thing.
all about that. Is that
and the chamber?
phenomenal.
I mean, it's all offshoot of the Chamber of Commerce, which You know, if you join the chamber, you know, you're also joining a great organization
Yep.
that gives back. And, you know, we like to party and we like to have fun and we want to help you. Oh, I thought I was getting the call to go bowl. I didn't know if it was, you're up. Hey, this is, look at the, I don't know if you can see them on there, but I know when we used to bowl, you had those like metal racks that you used to roll the ball
over,
in.
over here, I don't
Am I
you
in the
probably
way?
go to my shot here, Rob. You can actually see, or actually his shot. Oh, wrong way. There's actually these plastic ones now. It's not
there it
these-
is, right
there it
behind
is.
me.
Those metal things, right? I mean, now it's plastic and they roll easy.
It's like a dinosaur or something
It is
like
a dinosaur. It's really cool.
So,
it's actually really cool. This is a great
it might
little
help
place.
it might help my game.
You
It
never
obviously
know.
can't hurt it.
Can't hurt it. Well, there you go. Hey, so everybody, thank you for watching this week. We appreciate it. Look, if you need something from the chamber, give them a call. Give Doug a call. Joe, everybody's there to help.
Yep.
So thanks for watching. We'll see everybody next week on My Chamber TV.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with Dancing with the Stars.
62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance Joe's Bar and Grill, but actually it's our 39th week of 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember
to be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and changed them.
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left hand white, and then they catch the left hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
as your super connector. We want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, you know, we're one of the only states that don't give them back their right. Got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step Image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, you know, with Women Unscripted, I know